And now, the starting lineup for your Panthers of Upper St. Clair High School. At forward, number 3, senior captain William Batayan. In goal, a senior, Dev Patel. At defender, number 6, senior captain Sahum Shankar. At defender, a junior, number 2, Baden Friday. At midfield, a junior, number 16, Dave Goldberg. At forward, a junior, number 25, Ryan Higgs. At defender, a junior, number 14, Cole Lang. At defender, a junior, number 12, Brady Lissack. At forward, a junior, number 19, Andrew Puck. At midfield, number 10, junior captain Tyler Reamer. And at midfield, a sophomore, number 9, Joe Donnelly. The Upper St. Clair Panthers are coached by Uma Schneider, who is assisted by Brett Flackenthal, Sean Pulaski, and Matt Stevenson. The officials for this evening's match are Alex Meston, Alexander Labruzzo, and Andrew Lowe.
Good evening and welcome to Upper St. Clair Panther Stadium. Dan Cuddy coming to you with my friend Wally Backdyan for another exciting night of USC Panther soccer. The two teams you'll see tonight, Peters Township and Upper St. Clair, have a tradition of winning and certainly a tradition of fighting for the section. Peters is coached by Bobby Dyer. St. Clair is coached by Uwe Schneider, the veteran of 4 state championships. Both teams are doing very well this year. St. Clair is undefeated in the section, and Peters Township is undefeated overall and senior laden. So, Wally, what do you think about tonight?
Well, this is going to be a challenge. You know, we're undefeated in the section, but we really haven't played a strong team yet. The 3 wins that we've picked up with Brashear, Baldwin, and Bethel Park, those guys look like they're having down years, and we did what we had to do. You know, we put teams away that we had to. This is a big test. The starting lineup here for Peters has not allowed a goal yet this year. They've been scoring goals in bunches, and this is last year's section champ and Whitfield finalist, and they were an overtime away from making it into the state playoffs as the Whitfield champion. So they return a lot of guys. It's a talented team, and it should be a good game tonight.
And that'll be a good test for the St. Clair offense, because early it would have been compatible with the no scoring because they weren't scoring very much. But of late, they have been putting the ball in the net. And so we'll see if they can get it past Nico Mellegrain tonight. And St. Clair gets the ball, drives it down the center. Fought by Joe Donnelly. Sends it through ball up to Ryan Higgs. Ryan controls, backtracks. Sends it back into Ty Reamer. Gets knocked out of bounds. So throw in Peters Township, and the rain's starting to come down here.
Pretty strong wind as well.
So Ryan Higgs will get the throw in. He drops it off for Drew Pop. 2 guys moving up there. Let's see. Ty Reamer sends it back into Drew Pop. Back to Cole Lang.
They need to get away from this sideline. They're kind of trapped against it right now.
Yep. They're pulling in the Peters Township defenders like moths to a flame, too. Just keeping it on this side. Now, Soham Shankar's got it. Almost made a short pass to Ty Reamer. Now he just dribbles across the center to their right center back, or holding midfielder, rather. Sends it up the line. Skimmed down the line. And St. Clair's able to get it before it went over the end line.
We got a corner out of it, though.
Yep. Yeah, he just let it go, I guess.
This is one thing that this team seems like is a little bit stronger than what we've been in past years, is winning the ball and attacking it in the air.
Yeah, he got tall Shankar.
Nice
there,
delivery.
Gets his head on it. Almost tracked in before it went out.
They didn't call it.
No, they missed it. Unfortunate, couldn't get enough of that on the shot. Little dribbler to Nico Mellegrain. He surveys his options as it really starts to pour now. Sends it right across the 50. Soham Shankar has it. Seems like Soham's stepping up a little bit tonight.
Well, they're giving him a lot of space right there. No one's picking him up. Oh, that's a nice little ball.
That was almost a great through ball. That was good vision.
Saw good vision, but you're right. He's stepped into the middle of the field a couple of times already tonight.
That's a good combination, him and Baden Friday. I mean, both of them could play midfield if they wanted to, or holding midfield. And
right.
Baden Friday's played all over the field. So one can step and one can stay. That'd be just fine with me if they have the space.
Well, Baden's dad was a prolific scorer at Mount Lebanon High School and also at Dayton, I believe. And so his ability to give advice, I think, has run out for Baden at this point.
Yep, I remember him well. The ball squirts out to the left back for Peters. Oh, Soham misses it.
That was a tough one.
Not
Tried
the
to take it on the short hop. This is the first attack we've seen from Peters. We'll see how our defense holds up.
One of their best midfielders was hurt and almost not able to play tonight, Andrew Marmol, but he's in.
And there is a very small but vocal student section here.
Diehards. Knocked down by Cole Lang up to Drew Pop. Drew settles, steps over, sends it down the line.
Oh, that's
to
a nice
Higgs.
ball.
I think it's going to be too much.
Yeah.
Throw in Peters. Yep, good
Nice
call
play
by the
Cole
official.
Lang there.
Yep. That's one of those good hustle plays. It just doesn't show up in the scorebook.
No, but you get an extra possession and you get another chance, and it just sort of feels like if you're on the other team that you can't get the ball.
Yep.
Right?
It's just like field position in football. You save 20 yards. And Daniel Goldberg sends it outside.
Sorry for I was on the other camera.
So throw in Peters. Oh, looks like a handball from St. Clair.
Yeah.
Yep, they caught him.
Just an unlucky bounce.
So it'll be a kick for Peters just over the midline point. And Peters kind of lazily sets up on the 18-yard line where St. Clair is holding. Oh, they've got a cutter. Number 6 is cutting through the box. Nope, couldn't find him. That was a nice play from Peters if they could connect. He started all the way out on the far post.
Just a little bit wide. Well, we're 5 minutes into the half, and both teams have burned off some of that initial enthusiasm and adrenaline, and so now let's settle in and play some soccer.
In typical of these two communities, a lot of these players know each other from cup soccer, playing against each other in travel soccer for years and years.
Yeah.
Oh, almost gets by that defender for Drew Pop.
No, you're completely right. I mean, there's a lot of overlap, and a lot of these guys play either on the same team or against each other. They've grown up with each other, and that's what makes the rivalry so strong. In the last 10 meetings, they're sort of split right down the middle, 4 wins, 4 losses, and 2 draws for each side. Both teams have storied state championship histories. And these are always just big games.
Unfortunate for Drew Pop, that just popped off the top of his shoe, hit him in the hand. So it's going to be a handball. Kick for Peters just on their side of the midline. Actually, right at midfield.
The other thing about this Peters team is that there was a period 2 or 3 years ago where they just didn't have a lot of depth, and so a lot of these kids have played a lot of minutes at the varsity level, and so this isn't a new game to them. Contrast that to Upper St. Clair, where you've got really just 3, 4 kids who've seen a significant amount of time at the varsity level, and still finding their footing. I mean, I think it was a good thing that Upper St. Clair was able to draw the first 3 section opponents that they did, get some chemistry and sort of let the kids get accustomed to playing, this kind of section soccer. And so it's still something that's different. You've got kids who are bigger than you are. I know a lot of the kids play cup soccer, and but that's typically with kids your own age, and so it's just a little bit different. And there's certainly a lot more competitive, certainly when you're playing against friends of yours.
That's a great point because I'm sure we're going to notice some kids out here who played a lot as sophomores that we can remember. We go back into our memory banks, and the other thing for St. Clair, I mean, they lost a couple games early in a tournament, and then you're right, they had a couple section games against teams who are rebuilding.
So far I'd have to say, St. Clair's looked pretty good. We really hadn't played a lot of strong opponents, at least not a lot. The last 3 games weren't.
Oh, that's a great play by Brady Leasak.
Really good tackle.
Really, really nice defensive play.
But, Peters didn't have a lot of quality on their schedule either.
True.
Just sort of listening to some of the chatter between different kids and different parents, I think Peters, certainly has the big expectation that they're going to continue to come in and impose their will in this game. And, we'll see if not getting off to a fast start, if they get frustrated with how the game's going so far.
Well, so we saw last year that, this game often comes down to just attitude and want to. And,
last year we got absolutely killed at St. Clair, and it was sort of an interesting dynamic where we had a senior-heavy team and we go to Peters and we just don't play very hard.
Right.
And then you got beat. I mean, beat badly. I don't think there was any question about what that game was going to turn out to be. And then Peters comes here later, a month later, and St. Clair plays a really strong game and beats them 2-0. In fact, we were the only team last year to beat them and hold them scoreless. They lost 4-3 in the Whitfield final, the Seneca Valley, but that was really the only blemish that they had on their record. And even in the state playoffs, we were the only team to shut them out.
Yeah, and that 2-0 win, I mean, that was really not in doubt.
No.
I mean, they hammered them that night.
That was as one-sided as the game at Peters was.
Yep. So Ty Reamer wins it at midfield, sends it back to Shankar, squirts it out wide to Cole Lang, who was able to save it.
He's able to keep it in. Nice little play by Cole Lang. He's got space.
Oh, and he's got a man on his back. Up to Ryan
Oh,
Hitt.
nice.
No, excuse me, Joe Donnelly. That was a nice play. Nice effort.
Yeah, he saw Drew Pop coming down the left side and tried to get it to him with a heel pass. Almost connected.
Unfortunately, defender steps in the lane and Drew Pop's pass. Back to Reamer there, but Shankar's got it now. Up to Pop. Tries to get it to Higgs. Misses. Both teams have had a couple possessions where they're stringing 3 and 4 passes together. Mostly between the 20s, if you will. The football 20s. So throw in St. Clair. It's going to be Cole Lang with the ball. Ooh, almost a foul throw. He just pops it up to Joe Donnelly. Turns around to Ty Reamer. Up to Drew Pop. He's got to fight for it.
Oh, gets an assist from the referee. Able to maintain
I'm surprised.
Possession.
Yeah, I figured someone was going to blow the whistle.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a restart.
Right.
All right, so the ref pops it down for Peters. He sends it
Nice
long
strong
ball.
kick into the wind.
Yeah, the top of the 18.
Ball's loose. Better get it. Nice clear by Cole Lang. For once we've got a left-footed player playing our left back position, and so
it is very convenient.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Oh, Ty Reamer got away with one there. He still's got the ball.
Oh, now that's got to be a foul. Going the other way, yeah.
He about threw a guy out of the way, had 2 guys on him the whole time and kept battling. So Soham Shankar is going to take the kick. So he spread upfield.
To a low driving kick there by Soham.
Welbeck Dyan fought for that one. Gets sent back out by Peters
David
defender.
Goldberg going up strong for that ball.
Yep. Andrew Masucci's a very tough player. Looks a little dazed, actually.
He hasn't been scoring a lot this year. You know, my sense is that, you know, people have been paying a little bit more attention to him this year. Sort of odd because, you know, it wasn't a surprise last year. You know, as many goals as he scored, by the time that middle of the season rolled around, you figured most people would have figured out that he can score.
He just had one of those years, which was an all-state year for him.
He was grabbed a little bit there, Joe was.
Yep, scored a lot of game winners. So Ty Reamer sends it down for Drew Pop. Now Reamer's got it back. Good play by Daniel Goldberg. Fights hard there. Just ticks it out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, this game started out like a typical Peters Upper St. Clair matchup. Really intense, really heated. One area where I think Peters might have an advantage is that, you know, Upper St. Clair just doesn't have a lot of depth. And, you know, to keep this pace up and play at this level for, you know, 40 minutes and then another 40 minutes is going to be tough.
Yeah, Peters has a way of wearing you down. And this is going to be a rough game, so. Oh, sending big through ball for Drew Pop. It just skips over to Mellegreen.
Yep.
The turf's wet, so that ball's going to skip, and it's fairly new turf, just a year old, so it is going to skip in the rain. So headed forward by Peters, knocked down by Goldberg. Oh, Baden Friday gets defended by Masucci. Wilbach Dine's battling out there.
Ooh,
slips through.
A little bit of a misplay.
Brady Lisak, good defense on Masucci, but he's got a quick shot. You got to be careful here.
Oh, what a nice little touch.
Oh, just wide. Thank goodness.
You know, Masucci bumped it over there. Alex Grimm coming hard on the left side, you know, just pushed it a little bit wide, but nice little play when the defense was breaking down, and Brady Lisak was just on his shoulder, but it was still a nice pass by Masucci.
Masucci's such a deceptive, slippery player. He keeps cutting from side to side until he gets his opening, and then he can pull the trigger quickly.
Well, you've seen him as
good.
much as anybody.
Yep. Yeah, he's a good young man, solid, honest player. Nicole Lang turns around, tries to clear it, but it's blocked by Peters. And as we see, every single ball is a tough 50-50 ball. Everything's contested from both sides.
That was a hard tackle by Austin Marmel on Ty Reamer.
Good call by referee Andy Loeb. Sends it the St. Clair way. Cole Lang gets that defended. Ty Reamer couldn't come down with it. Big through ball.
Yeah. No, this is something that Peters does really well. They see and they have guys who can deliver a long diagonal.
That was a nice curling diagonal ball. Skips back to the center back. Pressured now by Ryan Higgs. Oh, just out of the reach of Drew Pop.
It. Yep. There's that long diagonal again.
Yep.
There you go. Nice knockdown by Ryan Higgs.
And Drew Pop gives it a look, but goes easily to Mellegreen.
Yeah, we're 15 and a half minutes in so far. Still 0-0.
Sent forward by Brady Lisak. The guy hits the deck. Joe Donnelly goes after it. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Masucci gets in. Oh,
yeah,
defended
nice
well by
stab.
Patel, but he's got to be careful.
Yeah.
He's out of the box. It's going to be a handball on Patel. He was out of the box when he hit that.
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to call a foul on Masucci. Is that it? You know, he's just outside the 18, and with that red, box line, it's hard to tell where you're at.
It really is, but oh my gosh. We got bailed out there because he hit that with his foot and then it slipped up to his hand. So it's unintentional, but
well, you know, once
his
listen,
hand was up.
His hand was up. Well, you know, I think certainly with a goalkeeper when he's within the box, they certainly try to protect them. You know, he was outside of the box and probably got a little deference on that call.
Yeah. Well, Joe Donnelly has no deference there. He got caught there, rightly so, throwing a guy to the turf.
St. Clair just needs to compose themselves. You know, Peters has tilted the field a little bit more back their way.
And Masucci may get a card here.
They're asking for it.
Yep, out comes a card.
Running into the keeper, yeah. And so he's got to sit down for 5 minutes.
Yeah, caught Dev Patel in the belly when he had the ball, so that's not a singular call. Both refs blew the whistle there. So
you can hear
Andrews,
the excitement coming from the other side.
No doubt.
People are getting into this game.
True compliment of a good player. So
Right.
glad he's out. So he's going to be out for 5 minutes until 18 minutes and 30 seconds. And yeah, and it should be a free kick back on the 6-yard line. Not that it's going to matter much, but
We'll take it from there.
yeah. Oh, headed forward
Nice
by
skim.
Ty Reamer. Yep.
Yeah.
Drew Pop.
Drew's got to bring that down.
Sends over Ryan Higgs. He tries to get outside to Will Backdine. Sent to the sideline by Peters. They got a speedy little winger out there.
Yeah, this is where Peters is tough. They've got two guys who can run hard in Schulich and Grimm on the outside, and then they've got outside backs who can deliver long balls in, and they just throw the ball up to them, and, Masucci collects anything that sort of falls into the middle.
Peters is going to, St. Clair's going to have to step up because Peters, like on that play, they were able to send the ball back in because we were standing and no one caught offside.
Yeah,
so they're going to have to step
they've got
forward.
to be able to defend that long ball.
And
He's
talk
contested.
about
Nice move by Ryan Higgs.
Yeah. Shankar just got the ball almost stolen because no one talked.
That was a little bit of a push in the back there on Pop. Caused him to give the ball away.
All right, so very typical St. Clair game. We get chatter going on between the coaches and the refs. Some of it's humorous and good-natured, some of it's complaining, and there's some chatter going on between the coaches. Bobby Dyer and Uwe Schneider coach a heck of a lot of games against each other.
Dev Patel, yep. Oh, William Backdine with a nice little flick. Brady Listick on a long run.
And Drew Pop's got a heavy touch by Peters' defender. Daniel Goldberg steps up hard.
Here comes William Backdine out on the wing.
Williams trying to take him. Well,
he got taken away
defended.
from him.
Whoops.
Well, St. Clair still got the ball. Just hold on to it. Yeah. I don't know if William has any more moves. I think he showed them all on that one play.
It's nice
He's
to
going to
have
to go to something else.
Yeah, him and Danny Goldberg on the same side of the field. Both are hard, gritty hustlers.
Nice.
Oh, goodness gracious. That is going to be on the spot. Yep. Soham slid at him. Caught all legs and no ball.
There you go.
He knows it.
Yep. All right.
That's okay. That is one tough play for a defender.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know, he's actually pretty good at sliding from the side or slightly behind, but
he's got to be aware of where he is on the field,
He probably could have just stood him up there, defended him on his feet.
All right. You got to rely on Dev and then just make sure there's no second ball goal.
Oh! Post!
Yeah!
Posted off of Dev Patel's foot and gone off the end line.
Hits the post and then off the foot and outside. What a great break.
I don't know. I'm going to try not to say it too much, but true of this rivalry, we're 20 minutes into the half here, and some big swings.
Look,
Just,
you need to get
crazy,
some breaks,
crazy
right?
momentum swings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to have some good breaks in a tough game like this.
it's almost like turnovers in a football game. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't score, good breaks, but we've had 2 really good ones so far.
Well, tough break on the tackle by Soham, and then, to hit the post and then get the foot ricochet out of the goal.
Yep.
There you go. That's got to hurt.
Yeah, it was a gut ball.
Yeah.
But you said it last year when we watched them first come in. Dev Patel being a former tennis player, I can't tell you how much that point resonated to me because it just pays off for him so much. He's so good at moving his feet and getting in the right spots.
No, his quick reaction reflexes are really good. There's something I like from St. Clair right now is that they're defending hard still.
Yep.
They're running hard. Here it comes.
We got a lot of green grass for Brady Lisak out there.
Oh, and he sends it long. Maybe a little bit too far. And we're going to get our first substitutions in for St. Clair. This is Uve's typical pattern. We're going to have Liam Berlovic, Ryan Sibley, Nico Amantangelo, and Ethan Juiced.
Looked like a handball from Peters.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get a trip from St. Clair. I don't know. The ref was right there. Maybe it didn't hit his hand.
I would expect this to be a short break.
Yeah, just enough to get some wind and get some water.
Yeah. Surprising, though, that, concerns about Upper St. Clair's depth. They're the first to bring guys in. Well, Peter's going with their starting group. Nice delivery.
Soham got up there. I think it went off of Peters' head. Yep.
Higgs, Donnelly, Pop, and Backdine come off the field for St. Clair.
So Deb Patel will let everyone get set and take a goal kick. Sends it to just about midfield.
Nice skim by Tyler. Oh,
Dev stepped a little too.
Soham gambled on that and missed. Oh. I think Peters got away with one there. Oh, he kind of got stub-footed there.
Yep.
Now, this will be interesting to see what they do once we restart play. St. Clair had gained possession of the ball and was heading the other way, but this should be a drop ball or at least a play back to Patel.
Yeah. Yeah, St. Clair had possession. So Masucci steps back in the game for Peters Township.
17 minutes still left in the first half here.
So it's always interesting to see familiar names. We got a Berlovic, I think, out there on the field, a Sibley. Their older brothers certainly wore the uniform well for St. Clair.
Yeah, there's a lot of lineage on the field. You got Baden Friday, Soham Shankar. Just a lot of young boys coming and playing like their older brothers did.
So Bobby Dyer calls his troops over for a little instruction. Same things happen on the St. Clair sideline as the water bottles pop. So let's see if there's an adjustment here from Peters. It seemed like there's been a bit of space inside for St. Clair. Every ball's pretty tightly contested, but it just seems like there's been some room to roam for the St. Clair midfielders.
Looks like Blake Gablehart was injured. He had an older brother who played in this
Yep, you're right. So out to Brady Lesak.
series. A nice touch by Liam Berlovic. Ball still in. Nico Amantangelo running on the outside. Gets it taken away. Is it going to sneak out? Yes. Looking at this team compared to, teams in the past, I think this is one of the more athletic and one of the more fit teams that St. Clair has had in a while. The other thing that I've noticed is that this team seems to be much more comfortable attacking from the outside in. Last year's team, the attack came up through the middle, largely from Ben Bakdyan and Jack Myers. It wasn't a very strong outside group, and we didn't have a lot of goals scored on crosses coming in from the outside. If you go back and you look at a lot of the goals that we've scored so far, it's been from the outside. We've also done very well on these set pieces, and that was a dangerous ball.
That was a bullet by.
Yeah.
Who sent that in? Ty Reamer? Looks like it. Yeah, that's a good point. Hopefully that pays off on a wet night like tonight. So
wow.
getting down to almost
yeah.
Yeah,
It was a foot
15 and a
race.
half
They pulled him.
left.
They pulled him down.
Yep, 0-0 tie, and St. Clair's now going to have a big kick just over midfield, about 40 yards from goal. Shankar's going to go up and set up out wide.
Yeah, you want him down in the box. All of these kids.
He's definitely one of
Drew
their tallest
Pop,
players, if not
Soam
the
Shankar,
tallest.
Ryan Higgs, Joe Donnelly. Those guys are all really good in the air.
That's a very good ball.
Nice.
Oh, Shankar got his head on that, knocked it down for
Yeah.
somebody running onto the ball.
Certainly a dangerous situation if you're a Peters fan.
Yeah,
Not so bad if you're an Upper St. Clair fan.
those close calls can be. It can be a keeper's nightmare tonight with the wet turf, wet ball.
And Coach Schneider comes in back with his starters, and that was a good 5 minutes that he got out of those guys. Hopefully the starters will come back and are rested.
Yep, but as you said, it was about a 5-minute break. Usually it's
Yep.
about an 8-minute break.
Now Tyler Reamer just harassing people on the
Oh,
field.
he's battling. Ryan Higgs almost got called for one now. Soham
Yep.
Shankar gets pulled down.
Oh no. He
Yeah,
got a foul, yeah.
That's not. He's not
For
going to get
sure.
away with that one.
I know it's a slippery field, but it looked like he did sort of push him to the side. Not much protest from the Peters sideline, so
No.
I think they saw the same thing that we did. And the rain has not let up, nor has the wind.
Dev Patel with his shirt flapping in the breeze. He's going to take this kick right outside the 18. Sends it down the left sideline. Ty Reamer tries to skim it, but actually bounces it backwards. Oh, Soham Shankar is either going to have to push lower or get his hands down altogether.
Yeah, and it really wasn't enough. It wasn't a big push. He, quite frankly, just didn't need to have his hand there.
No, the problem is you get him up by the shoulder blades, you're going to get called. You can position a guy pretty well with your hands down by his hips.
Looks like we've got
but-
Ethan Juice coming to the middle to check in.
Yep. As soon as you get him up by the shoulder blades, the guy kind of lurches forward every time you push him. So 13 minutes to go. Peters Township has a kick about 50 yards from goal.
Oh, nice ball. This is dangerous. Oh, he blocked him out of the way. Yeah.
Dev Patel tried to push him out of the way, but
Bobby Dyer's complaining, but the Peters player looked like he was sent out there to block Dev Patel,
Yeah.
not actually go get the ball.
basically boxing him out.
Yeah.
So Patel now from inside the 18 sends it to midfield. Hands all over Ty Reamer's back,
Yeah,
but
that
he's
could've
able to
been a
hit it
push.
forward to Drew Pop.
That should be St. Clair ball.
Yeah. Just out of bounds. So Peters gets a throw, and Drew Pop gets
Nice
back to
by
get a
Drew
hit on it
Pop.
down to Joe Donley. Tries to tick it over a defender. Fielded well from Peters. Daniel Goldberg
Oh,
defends
nice
hard.
Daniel Goldberg defending
Oh.
on Masucci.
He did too.
On a collision.
Big collision there.
Yeah, the Peters player, it looked like Austin Marmol came into that tackle a little bit out of control, and so, you know, and Soam's not a small kid, so that was quite a collision. So I'm kind of shaking his shoulder off.
Yeah, does the old moves the arms in a swim motion there, gets him loosened back up, sends it in to Ty Reamer, I think, or Joe Donley.
Austin
Marmol has it now on the outside. Handled well by Masucci. And Masucci will cruise all across the front line. He'll find any
Yeah, they
kind
give
of
him a
space
lot
he
of
can.
freedom to kind of
Yep.
roam around, and, you know.
He basically makes his own position.
Soam
he is.
needs to stay on his feet. You know, he's been going down, and
Yeah, I appreciate his aggressiveness. He's also got to stay in the back. I mean, he is a center back. We've
Right.
got holding midfielders up there.
but, you know, that's twice he's gone down hard for tackles and missed. Yeah.
Well, the problem becomes too if you pull up like that and you're into the holding midfielder spot. I mean, now two of you are there and only one of you has to be. And
Right.
that creates some space in the back.
This is where we'll test our depth. Nico
Yeah.
Amantangelo is going to have to come in for Brady Lisek on a yellow card there.
And the thing is, at halftime, Coach Snyder's going to have to kind of calm him down, but keep him into it a bit. Everyone's getting a little too, I don't know, a little too wild.
Yeah, this is another dangerous situation. That ball can come in.
So everyone's at the top of the 18.
Oh, nice,
Peters,
nice delivery.
all the way back to Patel
Yeah.
on the line. He didn't even have to touch it, just went
Nope.
out. That was about 5 yards too deep. The Peters kids wanted something called there, but it just wasn't anything to call. Coaches are yelling at him to settle down.
Ethan Juice coming in for Tyler Reamer. Just getting Tyler a rest. He's been all over the field so far tonight.
So knocked forward by Patel.
Oh, a little ricochet.
Yeah.
Nice bump.
Ethan Juice makes an
No,
appearance right away.
there you go. Joe
Defends
looking
hard.
for his shin guard. Comes back into play. There he goes. David Goldberg gets beat.
Yeah, that was a good move. That's a
Oh, nice
Masucci
play.
special right there. The delay in the cut. Thrown in from Peters. Oh, we have a defender misses it. Shankar's out there.
William back dying. Does he save it? No. We're
Try-
going to get a corner out of this.
Unfortunately, yeah, he tried. I think this is Peters' first corner tonight.
I think you're right. No, they had another one. I think
Did
they
they?
did.
So well defended on the edge.
Oh,
Peters Township, or excuse me, St. Clair
no
guy
foul. No foul. Yeah.
gets tripped,
Good
knocked
clear.
out. Yep. Baden Friday just knocks it out.
Tyler Reamer comes right back.
Super quick break for Tyler.
Steven Suchko comes in for the Peters, a junior midfielder.
So Danny Goldberg gets a
hard.
well-deserved break.
And William rides Masucci out, and we've got a goal kick. It's interesting, as it looks like they dropped William Backdyan back into right back when Brady Lissack came out, and Nico Amantangelo is out at the right forward spot.
Yeah, that's a great
Probably an
observation.
experience
that's
thing.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
That's a very smart move.
You know,
I think
William
I
played-
think Coach Snyder again with the just a lack of some depth is going to have to do
Right.
stuff like that. But Williams, great fit back there.
Well, and he's played a lot of games out at that right
Yeah.
back spot.
So headed back wisely to the Peters Township goalie Nico Mellegrain. And again, just a little rule review. If you head it back to a keeper, he's allowed to pick it up.
Nice pump.
If you kick it back, he is not.
Drew pop,
All right, so
settles it down, puts it back up in the air.
Pops it back up again. Sent down by Cole Lang. Joe Donnelly goes up hard. Ball squirts past Cole Lang to
just
a
loses
little
it.
heavy touch.
Careful, William.
Good play by
clears
William
it out,
McDine. The right back, right back, I guess, from Peters fought that off.
Yeah, this is what Peters likes to do. You know, Alex Grimm over on the left side and Anthony Schulich here on the right. They like to get the ball out into the corners and have those guys take it up.
And long switches. They love those long
switches, long diagonals.
Yep. And Coach Snyder's giving his holding midfielders breaks for just about 2 minutes at a time.
Well, you know, it shortens the game a little bit.
Yep.
Up to Higgs. He's got Joe Donnelly running with him. Nice pass
Great
to Tyler
layoff.
Reamer. Reamer's got a lot of grass.
And that defender pulled back
Yep.
on Drew Pop, so gave him a little more space.
Taking him one-on-one. Can he get the ball across?
Oh. Get a corner. We'll get a corner.
All right, we got a corner out of that.
So just shy of 6.5 minutes left. We're going to get a corner for St. Clair. 0-0 game. Let's see if they can create some havoc here. So we got one guy on the keeper. Everyone else set up. One player far post. Now we're cruising in the box from the high part of the 18. Shankar gets forward.
Ball's a little deep. Get it out.
Oh,
Come
almost.
on. Got to find the ball. William misses it a little bit.
Yeah, but he
So,
held his
controls
ground
it.
there. I mean, that was good. It was him and someone else, or him and Baden Friday.
Oh, what?
Oh,
You know, what a
offsides.
delivery from outside there. Just outside.
Yep. That's the one thing I've liked about St. Clair this year. They get it, like you're saying, they get it forward fast, but they use the outside to do it, and then they punch it in fast from the other. There's not a lot of screwing around with it on the outside.
They do a much better job this year of bringing the ball in from the outside, you know, from anywhere from the 20 in. They're able to get the ball right into the penalty or the 6th spot, and you know, Higgs and Pop and Donnelly and those guys, they've just done they have the ability to finish if you put the ball in the mixer.
Yep. Handball from Andrew Masucci.
Everybody
Doesn't get
calling
called.
for a hand. Drew Pop gets back and defends. Really good effort there.
So wide to Marmol.
Yep. There's that long pass.
Another almost good turn from Masucci. Didn't have the room though.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed on the last goal kick, both center backs were closed in on Masucci, and right there, the St. Clair defenders are instructed well that he turns well and ticks it to one side or the other. So Shankar was there to clean it up. Bouncing around the
Dangerous
18 yard.
situation.
Yeah, 8-yard box and sent out.
He's going to take a shot at it.
Oh, long skimming
Yeah.
shot that was deflected. And there's Masucci again, trying to get into the cookie
tried
jar.
to get away from Deb,
Yeah.
but had his hand on it.
Cat-like reflexes there. That was a great. I mean, that was an awesome save. That was a big deflection. Well, Ryan Higgs should go up there. Joe Donnelly off his shoulder now. Ty Reamer slips it down.
Looking
Almost
for
to
William
Backdine.
Backdine. Nope. Tyler comes back and cleans it up.
That's okay. It's one of those plays you like. Again, saves us about 30 yards and a
St.
potential
Clair's looking to get
offensive
Brady
attack.
Lissack back into the game. His 5 minutes are now up from the yellow card.
We have Peters throw in. Good job there. Over forward. Ryan Higgs is chasing after it.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bad bounce there for the Peters defender.
Need some numbers with him. Higgs brings it across. Oh, sees Cole Lang coming.
nice.
Nice little vision and nice
Oh,
shot.
my goodness gracious. That was some nice
Oh.
vision by.
What great vision seeing Cole Lang.
Yep.
Cole Lang must have made a 70-yard run to get to that ball, and Ryan Higgs saw him coming and delivered the ball perfectly.
Good vision from both of them. So Amantangelo is going to come out.
Brady Lissick goes back to his right back spot.
Ball now at the feet of Ryan Higgs. Out to Drew Pop. Pop back into Goldberg. Out to Lang. Oh, he tries to get it down the sideline.
Yeah. That was a foul.
Yeah. So approaching 2 minutes left in the half, a 0-0 game again.
They've got to defend the 18 here.
Better watch the cutter.
Yep. They must spend hours in practice
They've
hitting
got
those
to.
balls. Oh, Masucci gets a hold of it like he always does.
Oh,
Oh, and he gets tripped
Yep.
up. David Goldberg trying to head the ball out, and he got tripped up by Peters' player.
be great if we could just get this ball forward and hold it down there. It's going to be a little more than a minute once he takes it. So Will Backdine tries to skim it forward, goes off of him and out to Drew Pop, back to Shankar. He looks at Lang, goes into Will Backdine again.
Sends it forward.
Oh, nice tricky little ball,
Yep.
almost.
1 minute left.
So Malagrane's going to punt, sends it to midfield, knocked down by Joe Donnelly. Joe chases it to the sideline. Peters
Oh, he got
defends.
it off the Peters player.
Absolutely going to be a
That's
St.
the old
Clair
kick
ball.
it off the shin trick.
Yep. 40 seconds left.
You know, they do that at the collegiate level too, Dan.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
at a college game, a Duquesne soccer game the other week, and one of the midfielders got pinned up against the sideline and didn't really have a place to go. And so what did he do? He just kicked it off the shin of the defender and
Absolutely.
get a throw in. It works. 20 seconds left.
Cole Lang catches it through the lights, knocks it forward. Now Reamer's got it. Out to Brady Lesack. Takes a shot.
Yes!
Oh, my goodness gracious.
An
That's
own
what
goal!
you want. An own goal. A wet
An own
day.
goal on a
No,
pass by Brady Lissack with 4
no-
seconds left in the first half.
Nowhere for
Oh,
the
my
defender to go
gosh.
for that ball. He's almost got to go for it.
Well,
But I don't know. That was a great shot by Brady Lesack. That's why you shoot, especially on wet nights like this.
you know, Dan, I mean, that's one of the benefits whenever the ball comes in from the outside. And having played as a defender at Pitt, when you've got to turn and face the goal and a cross is coming through, it's one of the hardest balls to clear, and you can't let it keep going across because you don't know what's going to be on the other side. Somebody could be coming up. And that's a clear example, just trying to clear the ball, and he kicks it into his own net.
That is absolutely just a nightmare play for a defender. I mean, you're right. The adrenaline, I mean, you're just going to the ball. You don't know what's behind you. There's no way you can just let it go. And what a great way to end the half.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
I
so
would say a
St.
lot
Clair.
of people would be surprised with this outcome right now,
No
this
doubt.
score.
All right, we'll see you for the second half. All right, we are back. Upper St. Clair Panther Stadium for the second half of the big battle between St. Clair and Peters. And you can just feel the intensity. Both sides are just chomping at the bit to get back into this game. And Peters, St. Clair's gonna have to be careful. Peters is gonna come at them. They're gonna have to suffer this first wave and then just settle down and play like they were playing. And that's perfect. That's a horrific kickoff from Peters, and we get a throw in deep in St. Clair's end.
That is Peters' MO. That's how they like to start the kickoff. Is they don't mind throwing the ball deep and then defending.
Yeah.
Make the team work the ball from out their own end. And now they got a turnover, and now they've got the ball in a dangerous throw-in situation.
Played back by Marmol, and there's a skipper.
Yep.
Deb Patel's quick off his line.
it's a wet kind of night where you could see a ball like that just sort of getting through the goalkeeper, and it's tough enough to catch and hold on to that thing when the ball is dry, much less when it's skipping, and then you've got to grip it and it's wet.
And Dev Patel has the benefit of being a second-year starter, and I like it. I mean, he's been really quick off his line tonight.
Right.
But his experience is just, you could see every game last year his confidence grow. And so he's a second-year starter. And Nico Mellegrain is a really good athlete, but it's his first year starting. And, it's both teams really, they're both their first big game.
But you're right, St. Clair's got to keep their composure. And quite frankly, the thing that they have to do is keep attacking. I mean, you can't let a team like Peters continue to hold and gain possession and then just try to defend. I mean, they're eventually going to find a way to get the ball into the net.
Defended hard by Drew Pop.
Yep.
Turnover now. Joe Donnelly's got it. He and Drew Pop hand it off once or twice. Out to Cole Lang.
Right.
Pops it forward for Ryan Higgs.
Yeah, they need to move their field up.
Oh, just out of the reach of Ty Reamer. Now Brady Leaksack got it.
Yep, Alex Grimm able to take it off of Brady Lissack.
Grimm's tough, man.
David Goldberg, when he defends, he just gets so square.
Yeah, you're right.
To the attacking player. He gives them space, but he doesn't give the player many angles.
Nope. And he gets up into him. I mean, he's not waiting for much, but he's not diving in either. I mean, he's doing it very, very well.
Quick throw in by St. Clair.
So played back into the midfield. Drew Pop takes a little chuck to the back. Gets the ball stolen, but
could have been a foul there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grimm calling for the ball on that deep run. He tries to send it there. William back down. Oh,
good job from
can't
William.
Quite get it over to Higgs.
Hard to handle. So defended out there by Pop. Oh, excuse me, that was Donnelly.
This should go out. There's some angst in Coach Dyer's voice with the instructions there.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clearly some frustration.
Oof, defended well.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you saw Baden Friday there. He sees Solom gets trapped and he sees Baden as an outlet there. Baden tries to take 2 touches up and then get the ball out. At that point, you just got to get the ball out of there.
Right.
Only bad things can happen if it's a center back when you're dribbling around in the 6-yard box with somebody on your shoulder. Just missed that touch.
Shakar's foot. Saved by Patel.
Yeah.
Grimm can't get it. Great save from Patel.
Right.
Well covered by Backdine.
Will's got to get rid of that ball. Yeah.
All right. Cleared there, luckily. That was a tough sequence. Ball's at the foot of Masucci. Patel makes a big save, just out of the reach of Grimm coming forward. Peters has a throw in.
Long throw in. You got to get it out. Get it out.
Defended by Goldberg.
We whiffed twice.
Yep.
They need to push the formation out. All right. They need to calm down at this point.
Yeah, they got to get the ball on the floor. 2-3 touch passes. String a couple together.
I know, but after that sequence there, I know everybody's amped up, but one of the things in that situation, you just take a breath. Oh,
that was out of bounds. Nope. I think it hit the football upright before Dev Patel touched it.
The referee is saying it hit the football out.
Bobby Dyer's going to get a warning
crossbar
here.
I mean, the ref was standing right down there, so yeah, it was certainly closer to the play.
And the strange thing is, if you look at that football goalpost, I mean, it's actually tilted towards the side where
It is, right.
Dev was. And that ball hit that thing first.
You know, Soam's missed a couple of those touch passes, and oh, that's got to be a foul.
Yeah, that was a slide from behind. That's a foul.
What I was saying, Dan, is that earlier you had this sequence where, you know, Sinclair is back on its heels a little bit. You know, they're having a hard time getting out of their own zone. They get a ball on a throw-in, and the first thing that they do is rush to hurry and get the ball in. You know, they need to set themselves up, get everybody in position, and maintain possession, but then work the ball up. If anything, just to calm everything down.
Right, no question about it. Yeah, just set up a triangle or two. I mean, just try to knock it around a little bit. Just keep it.
There's some discussion with the fans down on the field. I mean, this is the Upper St. Clair student section there. I don't know what somebody said, but they are teenagers.
They are. There's a big push in the back. Two of them, actually. Ryan Higgs.
William flicks it over. We'll leave it for Ty. Yeah. Let's get a shot here. Let's get a shot here.
Ty weaves, pops it outside.
Yeah. Send it over.
He's got to get rid of it.
Stuck out there, yeah.
Oh, he does get it in.
Oh.
Oh, off the foot of
no.
Wilback Dine. It's going to go out for a goal kick. That's okay.
He wasn't quite sure what to do with it, and Peter's defender had him squared up pretty good.
That's a good job there.
Another ball by Joe Donnelly. Another header one, and then another header one.
The last couple goal kicks are kicks from back there. Peters was able to skim forward. Joe Donnelly got up, and there's some little hand play between he and the midfielder he's marking.
Oh, ball goes over Brady Lissek's head. Like a handball.
Absolutely a handball.
And that is cleared into the stands here.
So it'll be a throw-in right in front of Peters' bench for Peters Township. Oh, over ahead of
another
Brady
one that
Leasak
Brady's
again.
missed. Yeah. You know, that ball, those throws are with the wind, and so they're carrying a little bit further. And, you know, it's not like Brady to miss a couple like that, but, you know, the ball might be just traveling a little bit more than you might otherwise expect because of the wind.
And a heavy touch from Braden Friday. Gets over to Soham Shankar.
Yeah.
Now
David Goldberg,
Absolutely.
nice.
Good job.
We're able to keep it in. There you go. Nice, Drew. There's David Goldberg again.
Squirted off his foot, but David Goldberg's there. Couple pushes. You got to call one of those. And Andy Loeb in the middle is letting some stuff go now, which fine, I guess. But if you start to call it to just correct things, I mean, it's better just to be consistent throughout the game.
That ball's going to go out of bounds. Nope. Now it's going to go out of bounds. Bobby Dyer imploring the Indians to keep the Panthers locked down.
Actually, I take that last comment back. I mean, these games are hard-fought games. Everyone's going to have their hands all over each other. You just don't want to start calling things.
Oh, a deflection. I think that helped us out a lot. You know, we weren't going to get to that ball. We weren't going to get to that ball on its original velocity and path.
So well defended. Oh, missed kick by Peters' defender. Now pressure from Wilback Dine.
Oh, and they give us a throw. You know, the keeper's got to talk to his outside back at that point and know he's got one man on and he can take it out wide and he'll be okay.
It's a little bit of experience too, you know.
Yeah, we got a corner out of it.
You know, it's interesting. Peters brings back Andrew Masucci, who's a great header of the ball, and he's back on the far post.
Oh, nice ball.
But he's their main striker.
Ball's coming back outside to William back down. Is he going to get it back in across?
Oh, and he
and
takes
did.
him. Oh, slips it through.
Oh,
Just almost. That just went by Ryan Higgs.
yeah.
And I think Soham Shankar just hit it just a little out past the outside post.
That was a dangerous situation again for Peters.
Peters
nice
had-
little play.
They had no idea. That was so smart on Williams' behalf.
Well,
Just
you know,
a-
he took he faked the guy out. He got the guy in the air, his defender in the air, and then he saw two guys and he gave him the pass. And
Masucci plays it back.
yeah, no, they play him to a check and then they try to play a give and go. There goes Higgs. He's going to come up with that ball. You watch. He's got
I tell
somebody
ya.
on his shoulder.
You know, Peters is going to get called for a couple late fouls here. They
Yeah.
got their hands all over the St. Clair players.
William back down, comes back for it.
Ryan Higgs gets knocked down, but keeps
Oh.
possession.
Great job by Ryan Higgs.
Up to Lisak, slows it down for a second, cuts it back
He's kind
in.
of trapped. Oh, he's got to go
He
straight.
certainly does.
Yeah.
Oh, almost. He saw the square ball across the way there at Ty Reamer, and Ty tried
Yeah.
to diagonal.
He got stuck, and then he gave Ty a pass that was
Yep.
really maybe a little bit too strong for the distance that it had to travel.
And he tried to put one through for Ryan Higgs. Ryan just couldn't get to
Right.
it.
Higgs has got to bubble out when he sees Brady coming at him like that, and at least give him a lane to pass the ball
You're
into.
right. You're right. Because you know it's going to get crossed over the other way, and that's eventually going to come back toward him.
Right. Drew Pop's going to get this ball.
Almost.
Not on the first try, but he's
He
not going to give
battled.
up.
Yeah, he battled.
Yeah.
He lost it, and then he got back in position.
Yeah, he didn't give up, and there's Higgs down. That's something that Jack Myers did really well last year. Is that he got behind the defense on the throw-in.
Oh,
Took
he was
advantage
just
of the fact that there's no offsides on a throw.
He was an absolute terror last year. So Daniel Goldberg cuts it back, tries
Yeah.
to dribble past him, gets stopped, but
But
wins
you know
it back.
what? Look at this. So he gives up the ball, and he does something exactly what you want young players to do. Is if you lose the ball, go get the ball.
Just battles and battles.
Right.
Even if he commits a foul, they're a big deal because now
You're
the
not-
play's stopped. It's not a big turnover.
You're not going to keep possession all of the time, and so whenever the other team who's trying to make plays too, whenever they're able to get the ball from you, go and get it. And there's Dev Patel.
Yeah, Peters tries a long ball again to Andrew Masucci, and Dev Patel is waiting in the wings. So Dev takes his time. 27 minutes left in the game. 1-0 St. Clair. One at midfield by Peters. Will knocks it down, sends a
Yep.
square ball out to Ty Reamer. Dribbles, he's got some grass. He's got two guys
Ty's
chasing
got
him now.
Yeah, somebody needs to step up. Oh, he runs right
Oh.
into him.
Big foul.
Oh, I hope he's okay.
We got guys all over the place.
Yeah, that's one player that we.
And Ty Reamer he's down. He looks like he got the wind knocked out of him
Yeah.
or something.
No, I think
Oh.
he came in there hard and he just kind of got tripped,
Ankle maybe.
but he's going to gut it out. I think everybody's asking for a foul
Yeah.
there.
So Marmol comes back in the game for Peters. I have no idea what his injury was. Do you know, Wally?
I don't know. He plays with reckless abandon, so there's no telling.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to a friend from the Eddie camp before tonight, a parent, and he mentioned that Marmol was hurt, but didn't get into what the injury was. Well won by Shankar there. That was a great step forward. That's the kind of step you want, as opposed to just being a little bit too aggressive and looking for the tackle, 10 yards away.
We got Ethan Juice ready to come back in.
And I like how they're playing Masucci up there. Someone's on him, and Baden Friday is just kind of playing center field right behind Soham.
William
So
Backdine steps
yep,
in, yeah. Ty just needs to get it out. He's got,
That's Joe Donnelly
that's Joe
fighting hard
Donnelly,
there.
Yeah.
Out to Drew Pop.
You know, he was trying to get it out of there, but he had 3 guys on him.
There we go. Now they're starting to call it. And just the angst in the Peters Township coaches' voices.
Yeah, Tyler's still dealing with that injury, and they
He
need to
is.
get him off the field. That's why we've got Ethan Juice coming in.
It's hard to know what happened there. Let's see what they work on, but
Well, looks like he might have gotten kneed in the thigh, and so they're kind of stretching it out a little bit now.
yeah, a bit of a Charlie horse. Oh, Ryan
nice
Higg,
flick.
little heel forward to Drew Pop.
And Pop had a nice try at it.
Yeah, he kind of got manhandled there by the defensive back.
Just a nice redirection.
That's unlucky.
Yeah.
Cole Lang was in a good spot there, and the Peters Township player missed it and bounces up and hits his hand. So Peters with a kick about 50 yards from goal, out wide on the right. They all set up on the 18-yard line. Send forward.
Another dangerous
Patel's
ball
off his
in.
line.
Oh,
punches
nice.
it
Get it out.
and
Yes.
cleared from St. Clair. Good job again with Deb Patel.
Right.
Just knocked forward
Oh,
by
and that's a nice ball.
Daniel Goldberg. Yeah.
They can get the formation out. Yeah.
And Nico Mellegrain comes out to clean up the mess. That was another great play by Dev Patel. He's had a solid night so far. With some luck, but every keeper needs it. A couple guys waiting for St. Clair to get back to get into sub. 23 minutes left in the half. Out to Baden Friday.
Baden trying to get it up to Ryan Higgs. He's going to be able to keep it in. Yeah.
Ryan keeps it, juggles
Yeah.
once, gets
Runs
it past
into
the referee.
Yeah. Oh, he megged him.
Yes, he did. Turn,
Oh,
good turn by Brady
gets by
Lisa.
him. Oh, that had some potential for highlight reel.
Well, Baden
That
Friday.
that could have been a foul on Masucci there.
Absolutely.
The way he ran into Baden after he got the ball away.
Yeah, it really could have been. I mean, that was kind of a reckless play.
Yeah, St. Clair going to come in with their 3 subs again. Peters hasn't gone to their bunch much either. There goes Austin.
Juice is going to have to keep his hands down.
Oh, he tries something fancy and he gets tripped up on his own feet.
Yep, just got the ball caught under him. Cleared by Baden Friday.
You kind of feel that Peters has got a little bit of momentum. They feel like they're on the downside part of the hill right now.
Mm-hmm.
St. Clair, maybe some of the depth issues and the fitness now coming into play.
Masucci loves to have the ball
Yeah,
down in the corner.
right
He's
there
a
in
good
the corner.
crosser of the ball. Oh, that's
got-
a handball.
Yeah.
No question. I don't know what Marmel's protesting there. I mean, he put his hands up to protect himself, but so what? You can't do that.
And they're not going to give you that
No.
when you're in your offensive end. You might get that if you block a shot.
Yeah, I mean, under 12 travel soccer, they let you put your forearms up, but I don't know what he was barking about. So Baden Friday will take the kick, knocks it over midfield.
Sends it up to Higgs. Yep, he gets a
Ryan's
foot on
able to get it.
Joe Donnelly down. William, is he going to keep it in? Yep, he is.
Oh, he
nice
does, and
ball to
Higgy's after
Higgs. Yeah,
Shielded well, Mellegrain comes out.
just a
picks
little
it up.
bit too hard.
Punted by Mellegrain.
That's a big punt.
Yep, fielded out there.
Yeah, St. Clair is able to control it on the bounce. That's not going to get back to the keeper.
Cole Lang wins a
Lang
tough
gets
head
a head
ball.
on it. Drew Pop comes back and gets it. Lang sends it forward. Nice, David Goldberg. William holds on to it.
That's a great play by William back down. Way to go to come back and get that.
Baden Friday sends it back up. And, Ethan Juice, can he control it? There's Joe.
Joe Donnelly fights and
Yeah,
wins.
and between he and Ethan Zeus are able to control the ball. Oh, if he can get the
back
ball
Diane's
over
calling
across.
for it. Get it.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know, he was just a little bit late with that pass,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the window closed. Good step from Soham. All right, 2 touches and gets rid of it to
There's
Joe
Joe.
Donnelly.
Joe's got it. Bumps it out to. No.
I'm not so sure about that.
You know, he may have grabbed him, but that's because the Peters guy had him first.
Right. You basically shoved him to get away from a hold.
Our cameraman, Mike Donnelly, shaking his head as well as we are. Ternari sends the
Big
ball deep.
boot,
That's
deep
a
into the
big
box.
ball. Wow.
Ooh.
And, you know, he got the ball, his foot on it, too.
did.
Masucci did.
Yep.
All right. St. Clair coming in with their subs. Reamer coming back into the game. Nico Amantangelo, Ryan Sibley, and Liam Berlovic. Joe Donnelly, William Backdine, Andrew Pop, and Ryan Higgs taking a breath.
And it looks like Ty Reamer's moving okay. I don't know. Maybe it was just a Charlie horse like we suspected. Sent forward by Patel. Not one of his best kicks of the evening.
No, but St. Clair's going to have to figure out a way to get it out of their own corner again.
All right, so 2 St. Clair players cut to the ball. We got Ty Reamer running behind,
Yep.
headed out by Peters. Sent in by Lisak. And Matangelo fights it off. Into Masucci. Really
Yeah,
good with
they
defenders at
double
his
and
back.
triple
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
well defended by St. Clair.
Nice Burlow. Burlow's fighting for the ball, and he gets held, yeah.
All right, good job. We need a runner. We need someone out here on the right. There's a big gap out here on the sidelines. It's actually, we're getting a little narrow.
Yeah.
You know, for a team that's good on the outside, we want to get some
A
outside
little width. I
width
agree.
here. Because these pockets out here on the sideline, I mean, look between the 10 and the 30-yard line. There's no one out here, and there's no one on the other side either.
Sibley. Here comes Burlow. Oh, he had the right idea. Sibley was thinking the right thing, but trying to see who that is out there. Wasn't on the same page.
You know, I wonder if we're going to get, I don't know, if Coach Snyder is going to call out to the guys here, because there's some real big pockets of space on both sidelines. In tense games, you kind of get a little narrow, and you got to kind of sometimes be reminded to keep your width.
Right. Oh, he's able to keep it in. Nice
well
defense.
defended.
Well done by Brady Lissack.
Good job.
You know, that was a dangerous position on the field. Oh, and
Matangelo,
that probably
Kept-
was a foul.
it probably was. He caught a shoe. There was a big noise.
Right.
St. Clair throwing.
It sounded like a
It
foul.
sounded bad. If we could hear it up there, you're surprised the ref didn't hear it.
Berlovic brings it down. Oh, and he gets bodied out. Just under 17 minutes here left in the half in the game. Upper St. Clair clinging to a 1-0 lead.
Oop, just off the
Looked like a
elbow.
hand.
And Matangelo, but he gets away with it. Fought by Brady
Oh,
Lisak.
nice idea.
Masucci down, and
Yeah.
you got someone there. Danny Goldberg's there to take it off his foot.
You know, they're bracketing him. I mean,
Yep.
Goldberg sort of sinks down and sits on top of him whenever the ball comes in on the top, comes into him.
I don't want to jinx St. Clair, but they're
No.
doing well so far against him. But he only needs
Oh, he
one.
gets
and there
wide
it is.
open. Oh, yeah. Just what we were saying.
You know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said it. Should not have said it.
You know, we weren't able to get the clear on the throw in. And, you know, the ball just sort of popped, drew both Baden Friday and Soam Shankar in to defend, and the ball just sort of popped into his feet. And, you know, Masucci's going to bury a shot opportunity and bury a shot like that every time.
You know, life can be good for a forward. You can be bracketed and shoved and knocked around, or even play terrible for an entire game. You get one in, and that's all people see. It's on the score sheet.
Now it's 1-1. Let's see what St. Clair can respond with.
got to get back to what they were doing early in the game, which is connecting some passes and just being composed on the ball. We just seem to be too content to try and drill it forward. Or,
Yeah.
You know, long passes are good, but you can't connect on all of them.
Well, St. Clair needs to get back to what they were doing at the beginning of the game. You know, they were controlling the ball in the middle and then getting it out on the wings with Pop and William back dying, and then putting the ball back into the middle of the field.
And they've been doing a great job of supporting them each other defensively.
Yeah.
But early on, they were doing a great job of supporting each other offensively. And there were triangles everywhere on the field.
Right.
And now it's just not so much. Sends a long one toward Wilbeck Dine. He defends it. Brady Lesak's up here to defend a midfielder. Now Wilbeck Dine gets back to double him. And between the two of them, they defend it well, but Peters gets it. Referee jumps over.
Control it. He got it.
Yep, now back to Baden Friday. Now they should set something up. Wilbeck Dine checks to the
Up
ball.
to Ryan Higgs.
Behind him, Ryan Higgs checks in. Just too far. So Mellegrain will pick it up.
Yeah, no, this is a great opportunity to see how Upper St. Clair responds. I mean, clearly Peters has got to feel like they have the momentum right now. They're feeling pretty good about how things are going.
Marmol's got it. Sends it back. Defended by Bakdayan.
It's like Mark
Shankar. Masucci almost gets by him, but
they're calling a foul on Masucci, knocking David Goldberg down. The coaches are coaching hard, and the fans are cheering hard right now. It's a pretty intense environment right now.
Yep.
There goes Tyler Reamer. Steps in front of the ball.
Oh, gets
He's
his
got
own
some
space.
green. They need to reconnect. Goldberg needs to hurry up and close that gap.
Oh, he took him. No, he needs
Can he slide it across?
No.
St. Clair ball.
So Shankar goes up to defend Masucci. Masucci just heads it out of bounds. Drew Pop
Ball's
sends it
going
wide for Wilbeck
Can
Dine.
William go get it?
He's held off by a defender. Oh, Will better. Now, see, that's the thing. So the defender had his hand wrapped around Will's hip.
Right.
And Will shoves him down, but the whistle blew before Will shoved him down. So I don't know what we're doing.
Well, Peters has got a
Sometimes.
free kicker. Ternari puts it again. Brady again misses that ball over the top of his head. Got a throw in here coming for Peters down in the box.
This is where Masucci can be so dangerous. He's good with defenders on his back. And here he comes checking for the ball. Seems to be the only place the thrower wants to put it. Oh, foul throw.
Wow.
That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. So Berlovic checks in. Give Joe Donnelly a break.
Joe stepping out, William sliding in, and Burlow going to come here on this right wing spot.
I like William at that 10 spot.
He's able to skim it over. Well, Ty was running hard at that ball.
Berlovic's battling, and he's going to get a card.
Yeah. You know, he just came into the game.
Right.
He was just a little bit too aggressive there. We're going to keep Joe Donnelly out here on the wing.
You know, true to Uwe Schneider, I think he just softly said the refs keep calling it both ways. Well, he had both of their ears right near him.
Now Ternari can get the ball into the deep into the box here.
Oh, yeah.
And he does.
He's had some deadly kicks tonight.
Get it out.
Good job by Will back dying there. Sent forward by Brady Lesak, just
Looking
into the
for
Peters
Ryan Higgs.
midfield. Headed forward by Masucci.
He's going to come up with that ball. Lisek needs to go defend. Yeah.
Oh, good defense.
Nice.
That was good stuff by Baden Friday. Will gets taken down, and unfortunately, I think slammed his head. Did he, or was he just disappointed? Now he's up and moving around. All right, so Baden Friday's looking opposite field.
Baden Friday
sends it
sends
down
it
the
in.
right sideline. Actually, right up the middle.
Second ball. He's got to be careful with this. He's got
Masucci on the
somebody
run.
right
Baden
on him.
Friday
Oh, and he
checks.
nice.
Yeah,
He's
checks
got
out.
somebody on the
pass.
side.
Yep,
Yes.
good job.
Well
he
done.
checked out a passing it back to Deb Battelle. That was a wise play there.
Yep. He needs to get the ball
Goldberg's
off.
got to get rid of it.
Yeah. Trying to do a little bit too much.
Dang it.
Oh, just a little bit too far inside. But Drew Pop comes back and gets it. Sends it back to him. There's Higgs. Oh, nice turn. Ternari going to send it deep. Lisak's got to stop that. Yep.
That was an easy shot for Patel to pick up.
Yeah, you can. It's late in the game. The field's really stretched. When the ball gets turned over really quickly, you're just playing a really long field at this point.
Peters is still controlling way more of this game, for my taste. Down to Marmol.
I agree.
Out to Grimm. He sends it into Masucci.
Yeah, we didn't. St. Clair's is not collapsing as much as it had been.
No. We just haven't had much possession lately.
Looks like Alex Grimm's either fixing a shoe or he's hurt.
Oh, it's a tough spot for Baden Friday.
Yeah.
That's just unlucky there. I mean, when it bounces, and you're back there, you just can't get any power on the head ball. And
Right.
Just skid it off the end line.
Peters must feel good about this.
Masucci takes
that's a
it.
good ball.
Patel's able to come up with
Oh
it somehow.
my God! I don't see how he found it.
I have no idea how he found that ball.
With all of the Peters
No
guys
idea.
around, and he comes out of there with the ball.
And whips it
I
forward.
don't quite understand how that happened, but
is it my imagination, or did the referee blow the whistle there and then he threw it out?
I don't know.
I don't know. At any rate, sent long back toward Patel.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Woo!
he was almost too far out there.
That's the skipping ball that you're talking about.
Right. Out to Lesak. He's got
a lot of space. Now the field's stretching in our favor.
Check
Gets it
back
over to
from
Pop.
Pop.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get the ball over to Pop as much this half. Cole Lang fighting hard. No.
And I don't agree with that one. I mean, the Peters guy had a handful of his shirt.
Yeah, maybe it looked different on the other side, but over here it sure looked like Cole Lang got thrown down.
Seven minutes left, 1-1.
So the ref is talking to Cole. Maybe he's trying to explain the call.
Yeah, and referee Loeb does a good job of talking to players and trying to explain some stuff.
Ball's deep in. Oh, bad skim.
You know, that's a lucky call. The ball didn't go out.
Yeah, the ball didn't go out. Now up to Higgs. I'll take
Higgs
this.
gets it down, pops it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
He got
gets a
pushed.
heavy check in the back. Will back down, sets it down. He wants to swing it across as fast as he can.
Williams had a thought there about trying to play a fast ball, and you know, if Peters maybe hadn't reacted as fast, he might have had an opportunity.
You know, it'd be great. There's a big hole there in the middle. If he could slide that ball on the ground into Higgs
Yeah.
or someone, I mean, there's a lot
a
of
low
space on the
runner.
ground. Oh, big turn.
Oh.
Also a big block from Peters. Back down's going to throw it in again.
There's a Peters player down.
Up. Yep.
We gotta stop the clock here.
All right, that was a big hole there in the middle. It closed, but there was a window there for a little bit.
So just the situation, you know, 5:54 left in the game, 1-1. Looks like Upper St. Clair is going to have a throw in here right outside the 20-yard mark. Yeah, both teams are tired. Both teams are playing hard.
Yep.
This is a very typical Upper St. Clair Peters Township section matchup.
Wouldn't be surprised if this goes in overtime again.
Oh,
We're slaving up here over hot microphones, but it's getting a little chilly.
it's a little cooler than I had expected tonight. I brought one jacket. I don't have much, many layers beyond that. Yeah, that's a key loss. You know, certainly, if one of our center backs went out at this moment, it would be something that
Yeah, that's
would be a big concern. So
that's a tough time of game to have that
I
happen.
mean, you got to go test him. You got to test the nuke guy.
So no matter which way you slice it, that's a tough thing for Peters because they're going to have to slide someone either out of position into a center back position spot. They're certainly not bringing someone cold off the
He
bench,
gets the
but
ball into Higgs deep.
they're going to lose in other areas.
Yep.
Higgs
Higgs
draws just went out of bounds. I thought he drew a push.
Looks like Mason Lewis was the injured Peters player.
So Malagrane sends it over midfield, just over the head of Ty Reamer. Unfortunately, in the feet of Masucci. Tries to slip it past Cole Lang. He's able to get it. It's going to be a throw-in for Peters. Over just past their bench.
Uh-oh. Get it out.
Oh,
And they're going to get a
Throw-in
throw in
Peters.
deep
Yep.
inside the box. Basically another corner.
he had nothing. He just had to get it out there. Under 5 minutes now. Throw in just past the St. Clair head.
Yep.
Baden Friday knocks it out.
Not able to control it. Has Peters going backwards. Baden Friday sends it out. All right.
Stays in. Higgie's able to get it.
Oh.
What happened there? Yep.
He was able to get enough of a threat there that the Peters player touches it while he goes out. Really, really smart play by Ryan Higgs.
That was great hustle. He tried to get by, and the
no,
Peters
they
guy
called a
just-
foul on him. It's not a throw-in.
Oh, no. The Peters guy reached out and grabbed him. No, you were right. He just reached out and grabbed him.
The pressure really drew that foul. There's a nice ball.
Oh, great ball by
Yeah.
back nine. Shankar's on it. Goes out. It's
It's going to be a throw-in, but it's deep inside their own end.
Yep.
St. Clair's got to pin them in. Just under 4 minutes left here in the game. Hold them in.
They got to defend this hard.
You know, you can't.
Unfortunate
you're not
push
be able
there.
to put your hands on the kid
Nope.
at this point in the game.
Keep saying it. You got to push lower.
A crafty veteran move.
That's
man.
it. Sent forward, headed
Oh,
down
here
by
comes Higgs.
Joe
Higgs is
Donnelly.
going to flick it over. Can he get it to Joe Donnelly? What? I missed the call.
I don't know. It came down to, I guess that was Tyree that headed it, excuse me, to Joe Donnelly's feet about 30 yards away. And Joe got pushed or held or something. We'll take it. Oh, quick one to
they
Will
played the
Back
ball.
Very smart play. He slides it across.
Yeah. William
Has it
went
back.
like he was going to get something to drink and then made a run.
Oh, I love it. Now knocked out by Peters. Going to be a St. Clair throw deep in our offensive end.
And I always told him that would never work.
He'll have something to tell you tonight.
Oh, and we got another throw.
Yep.
Nice work in the corner there by Joe Donnelly. 2.5 minutes. He's going to get Brady Lissack to throw it in. We don't have enough guys that are just outside the box. David Goldberg's just sort of hanging in there. Skim.
I was just
This
noticing
is
the
a good
same
ball.
thing.
I can't get quite all of it on it.
Tyree were missed kicks.
Right.
Down to Masucci, drops it back to Marmol, who sends it forward.
Lissack's got to get back. There he is now. Now he tries to send it in.
Shankar
Joe's going to
steps
get
up.
this ball.
Donnelly.
And he tries to knock it over to
he
Higgs.
didn't-
Can't quite get it to him. Nope. Yeah. That's going to get out on the end line. Yeah. All right, just under 2 minutes left. If there were timeouts, now's when you would take
Yeah,
one,
right.
right?
Right, no doubt.
Regroup the troops and let everybody get a rest, but you can see there's just a lot of fatigue out there on the field right now. And, you know, it has not stopped raining the entire game.
Nope.
We might be in a cloud because it sure feels like it. What a nice ball.
Masucci slips it through, cuts it back, saved by Patel. It's going to be a corner for Peters. That was
Wow.
a good save. That was a very alert play from Masucci. Kolang hasn't let that fella get behind him
Yeah.
all night, but he did there.
They're doing a good job. They've got to get in and defend. You got to get in. You got to get in the box.
It's not tight enough in there.
Yeah.
Boy, they had some loose guys in there, Peters
No.
did. There was a guy right on the near post we had marked up.
Higgs and Donnelly came into the box late, but you know it's not. You're not going to really help if you don't get in goal side of one of the men.
Nope.
You know, I'm sure that's the last thing you want to do after running around for 80 minutes is go back and defend. But you know, this situation in the game, you can't give up. You know, something that you have control over.
No, you just got to get back there. You're right. So now Peters has a throw in
30 seconds left.
on the fan sideline.
Oh, here they come.
Got to get this ball out.
Yeah, got to get it out. Got to get it out.
15
This is
seconds
now
left.
where you got to tell the ball boy, don't give him the ball. Don't give him the ball.
9, 8, 7,
Yeah, that's
Another
it.
corner. That's perfectly fine.
4, 3,
Overtime.
1.
You remember
All right.
2 years ago, Upper St. Clair had the same kind of situation where the ball goes over the end line, and our goalkeeper, instead of letting the ball roll to the back of the, picks it up and throws it out to
Yes.
the corner, and they get the corner off with 3 seconds left. I mean, you've just got to be a situation like where it's not your duty to go get them the
Right.
ball. All right, so I guess we go to overtime. We've got a 5-minute break here.
All right.
We'll be back with you for the first overtime.
All right, and we're back. So 2 10-minute sudden death overtimes. You know, I think both teams are playing 4-2-3-1 formations, and you know, in tight games, and games where teams get worn down, the pockets of space on the outside and those formations become more pronounced. And I just wonder if one or the other team is going to be able to take advantage of that space and beat like an outside back who's stuck on an island. Teams just get very narrow, and if you look at the field, fans, I guess, just how it's set up right now, especially in tight games, you don't want your outside back stepping forward too much, but the outside just gets wide open, and just wonder if that's going to come into play here in this overtime. Or the foot of Andrew Masucci.
Yeah, coming out, Liam Berlovic is in for the Panthers, and it looks like they're going to call a foul on St. Clair. It looked like he kind of tripped over his feet.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. That I don't think that was as big of a throwdown as it looked.
No. Oh, another dangerous situation.
This is actually kind of a wicked situation right here. I mean, this is a shorter, more acute angle than the corner. Sent on the ground.
No! Oh, another post.
Deb Patel's going to have to kiss that one tonight.
Wow.
Man.
Dangerous.
Second post save for the Patel man. Oh, my gosh. Sent high into the box.
It's going to go out.
Yeah. Wow. Third big lucky play for St. Clair. Bobby Dyer just looked over at Uwe Schneider and said something about, what do you do to the posts here? Are they magnetic?
Yeah, it looks like Cole Lang is hurt. He's over on the side trying to stretch around. They've moved William Backdine into that left back slot, and then you've got Liam Berlovic playing here at the right forward. Cole Lang has got some problems with his hip.
Yeah, you're right.
You just wonder how long you can get away defending these balls into the middle right in front of the goal. I mean, Dev's come up with some great saves. We've gotten lucky with a couple of posts. That's almost
again,
a shot.
Dev Patel punches it out. Knocked forward by
Higgs comes
Goldberg.
and gets that ball. Great effort. Burlow's running.
Burlow cuts it back.
Oh, he sends it over. He's looking for Joe Donnelly. Find it. Joe's got it. Looking for Lissack coming through. Lissack on the way.
Oh, just ticked away from Lissack.
There goes
Joe.
Joe.
Joe
comes back
again.
And gets it. Yeah. Over to Reamer, and here comes Brady.
Lissack now.
Right.
Donnelly. Reamer.
That's a good spot. Oh, he's got the ball out to Higgs. He's trying to ride him out. He gave him a corner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gave him a corner.
And Peters is upset. They didn't think that they touched it.
That outside back is beside himself. He's a big boy.
Now here they've got William coming in from the left back spot to take this. And I know he's been taking their corners, but, this really opens you up on a defensive counter, and it's a long way for him to go right now.
And as fit as William Backdine is, I mean, to get back all the way over that other side, it's not.
It's a good delivery.
Easy.
If he can get it in, it'll be worth it.
Oh. Heavy bouncer. Mellegrain's able to collect it.
All right, now they're trapped. Williams trying to make his way back over. Liam Berlovic is still hanging out there.
Lucky there off the shin of Brady Lissack.
That ball's going to go out of bounds. 6 minutes left here in the first overtime.
And I tell you, thank goodness it didn't go to the foot of a Peters Township player over right in front of William Backdine. I mean, he got back, but by the time he got back over there, he was probably a little gassed.
Oh, he's exhausted. Well, nice
one,
wall
too.
Pass.
Didn't react quickly enough.
Soham with a strong tackle.
Real physical play out there between he and
and
Masucci. It's a bit of a mistake on St. Clair.
Yeah, throw in though, not a
There's going
corner.
to be a throw in, okay. I thought that went over the end line.
No.
So let's see, Brady Leacock's going to have to slip inside number 6 for Peters here, a
Yeah.
little tighter. Oh, dang it.
Second ball, 5 minutes into the first overtime.
Lazy roller to the top of the 18. Peters is able to
Yeah.
put it side panel.
Well, I tell
All
you
right.
what, Dan, we didn't know what we had in this team when, playing the teams that we had at this point, but, it's a pretty gritty group, and it's a pretty capable group, so.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's definitely positives that St. Clair can take out of that game. And they'll all be disappointed going home tonight, but I think at practice tomorrow, Coach Snyder is probably going to point out those positives and keep moving forward.
Well, not the result we wanted, but we get Lebo on Thursday, and we'll try again.
Yep, certainly a good game. See you next week or next game.